Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Lone Wolf 902, and today we're back out here again in what looks really strange to be a hot tent in the middle of June. It is the middle of the month and it is still cold, okay? So right now, currently the location that I'm at, the temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, and that's gonna go down to plus 5 degrees Celsius, okay? So any excuse that I can use to bring a stove and a hot tent with me, I will, because soon it's going to be way too hot to do any of that, and then we're going to have to wait till winter to come back. So I did go ahead and bring the tent and the stove, and I've got all my stuff set up here right now. Going to be a good night. I'm in actually a pretty familiar location. I've been here before. I had the Tangram tent pitched right here. Had an awesome night, and I wanted to come back again and do it this time with the tent. Now the ground is a little uneven and this tent has a little bit bigger of a footprint, so it's kind of pitched a little wonky right now, but I got it in here and it is pitched, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good actually, considering how windy it is right now. And I got all the guy lines out because we are expecting high winds and lots of rain. I don't know if it's the rain part's going to happen. I did get a few drops earlier, but the wind is definitely going to happen. So tonight I have a Asian style dish that I'm going to be cooking with a new piece of gear that was sent to me from Pomali as well. Very cool. I've been wanting to cook this meal for a long time, and I received this piece of gear and got to do it now. So I'm definitely happy for that. So guys, stick around and I'm just going to bump around camp. I didn't bring a canister stove with me today, so I am gonna have to light the wood stove right now, even though it's too warm, just to get my coffee cooked. And after that, we'll let the stove burn out and save it till later on, probably about 10 or 11 o'clock at night when the temperatures start to dip down. And we are allowed to have open fires again, so I will be cooking my dinner over an open fire over by the lake. And if it does get really nasty, I do have the wood stove inside of the tent, so if I do have to come in and get out of the rain, I can continue cooking and kind of living outdoors but indoors. Best of both worlds. So yeah, right now it's coffee time. I need coffee, and it is probably pushing 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's going to be coffee, gather up some wood, and get cooking supper. So to speed up the process, where this fire is just going to be for making coffee, I've got one of my DIY makeup pads dipped in candle wax. Gonna go ahead and throw a spark onto that with my fire steel. And I hope the audio is picking up because it is extremely windy. I am trying to film in between the wind, but it's not letting up at all. So I do apologize for the wind and the noise quality. Hopefully it calms down. But I want to go ahead, throw a spark into this candle wax dipped pad and toss it in there, get this going, and then we'll go gather some water out of the lake. All right, guys. So I've gone ahead and closed the door behind the camera part way because the wind is just coming in and it's really difficult to film around all that noise. So gone ahead, closed the door, and hopefully that'll help the quality of the audio a little bit. So what I've got with me today for coffee, and this is something that you guys that have been on the channel for a while have seen me do before, I brought whole coffee beans. And what I like to do to grind my coffee beans is basically get a stick, like I've got right here, got a nice piece of hardwood, and I'm just chamfering off the edge right now with my knife, and I'm going to grind those coffee beans inside of my pot. And this gives me one crazy fresh, strong coffee every time I do it. So this is a great way to incorporate a bit of bushcraft and a bit of wild camping kind of skill while you're outdoors. If you guys do like coffee beans and grinding your coffee, this will be a great way to leave that coffee grinder home and to go ahead and use your knife instead. So this is basically a mortar pestle kind of deal. This is going to be my bean crusher. So I've gone ahead, chamfered off that end like I was saying. I'm going to put my coffee beans inside of my titanium pot here, and then I'm just going to go ahead, grind them up, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and add them to my Moka pot. And my nice new piece of gear here, this is a very small cooksa. So hardwood cooksa. I can't remember how many milliliters it holds, but it turns out that this Moka pot, when I was shopping for this, I think I paid like $9 for this. It turned out that this Moka pot fills this to a perfect level. So cook one Moka pot, fill the cup, add a bit of sugar, great coffee. So that's what I got going on right now, and just thought I'd share that because I know some of you guys haven't seen this before and you're probably wondering what I'm doing. So I'm going to make some coffee. All right, got my coffee beans all ground up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, fill my filter here with the coffee grounds, and go ahead and pour some of the water in here. Now, when you guys are using these Moka pots, these are aluminum. Don't hold on to them and pour your hot water in there because you will burn the crap out of your fingers, okay? Place it down on a surface and then go ahead and put your water in there, okay? They are very hot very quickly. So really simple. Just gonna fill that up, get a few of these coffee grounds in here. And this, like I said, this is a really great way to have awesome coffee when you're outdoors. I love coffee when I'm outside, and this just works for me. You can grind it as fine as you like. I've got kind of a medium coarse grind here. And you're not going to smash down every single coffee bean unless you really spend, 20-30 minutes on it. But I just went at it for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And I've got enough here for probably 3 or 4 Moka pots. So go ahead and place that in there. Now the outside of this is extremely hot, so putting this top piece on can be a little finicky because you don't want to hold on to that unless you have a pair of gloves, which I do not. Well, I do, just not right here. But yeah, just going to go ahead and screw that on nice and tight, and then get it back on top of the wood stove, and it'll take no time at all because the water's already really hot. So it'll basically boil up through the Moka pot, and we'll have our Moka pot full of coffee. So let's do that. All right, guys, here comes that rain that I was talking about. Winds are kicking up, very windy. The rain is coming in, spitting on the hands right now. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty nasty day for weather, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So I'm not sure how this whole cooking outdoors thing's going to go. I don't really have much of an option because I didn't bring... I brought the main dish that I'm going to use to cook in, which is a massive Chinese wok, which has got to be done outside. Yeah, it's not going to fit on top of the wood stove. So hopefully over by the fire pit, it is underneath a couple small spruce trees. Hopefully we'll have enough cover over there to do some cooking, but if not, I might just have to tough it out and get wet. I guess I'm just gonna have to get rained on, get it cooked up really fast, duck inside of the tent. Now that is a bonus with the wood stove. It is very warm, and this will basically cook me out of the tent. It'll be so hot in there. The bonus with that is there are little loops at the top of this tent where I can hang my sweater, my shirt, my pants if I really have to. I can strip down and I can duck inside of the mesh inner tent and basically crank the heat and dry out all my stuff that way. So not going to be pleasant, but I will end up with all my clothing dry. Wow, that coffee is crazy good. Crazy good. Cheers, guys. All right, guys, it's been quite a while since the last time I checked in, and it looks like we're gonna be cooking in the rain. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up right now, but I'm getting soaked, and yeah, the wind's not stopping, so we're just gonna go ahead and start cooking. These trees aren't doing anything for blocking rain, and the wind's blowing directly off the lake right into my face. So what I've got with me, I should mention right off the bat, actually, I did bring my truck. Okay, so I don't want anyone to think that I backpacked all of this in, because I simply didn't. All right, so I've got a container full of my vegetables. I've got bean sprouts. My vegetables, by the way, are onion, green onion, carrot, spinach, and mushroom and garlic. Got my cutting board. Now here's the new piece of Pomali gear that they've gone ahead and sent to me. It's titanium. It's basically a pot stand. So you go ahead and you set it up on the ground like this. Man, that's windy. Getting soaked. So you set it up on the ground like this, and then you can go ahead and open it to whatever size pot you're using, and it just sits like that. Now I've discovered that turning it upside down, where these two pieces are open, and Pomali was pretty shocked when I sent them the photo of this. I think they thought it was pretty cool. You go ahead and put your wok directly on it, and it fits perfectly. So that's how we're going to be using it today. We're going to set it in the fire like this. Once we get the coals burned down, we'll be able to put some wood underneath of it and then put the wok on top, get our oil in there. I've got shrimp, I've got all kinds of awesome food. We're going to slam it all on the wok, get it fried up, and it's going to be really, really good. And then we're going to duck inside of the tent and eat because it is pouring with rain right now and I'm getting really, really wet. So yeah, hopefully that burns down quickly when we get the wok on there. dinner is served. Oh, wow. That rain came in and then it stopped. All right, get my towel down here. I'm not burning my leg. All right, so what do I got going on here? I've got carrot, spinach, I've got mushroom, yellow onion, green onion, parsley, garlic, shrimp. What else did I put in there? Sesame seeds, a whole bunch of shredded coconut, curry, a lot of curry powder, cayenne pepper, a little bit of salt. The list goes on. I love Asian style food. Oh, wow. Ooh. Taste that curry. Oh, and carrots. Sliced carrots. Woo! Oh, wow. Let's get into one of these shrimps. Tails and legs still on. Gonna go ahead and remove those. And I don't know what I'm gonna put them in. I'll put them in my little wooden cup for now. Wash that out after. Woo! I don't find a lot of spicy food spicy unless I cook it. Oh, wow. That coconut. Oh, wow. Yeah, I find a lot of the store-bought and stuff that says it's spicy. It's really not. This is spicy. Oh, wow. And a freezing cold Big Spruce IPA. Got a bug in my face. Oh, that is one of my favorites. Let's get into some of the spinach and garlic. Bean sprouts are done perfectly. A little bit of crunch. Oh, wow. If you guys like Chinese food, here it is. Come and get it. It's almost gone. Not almost gone, but it will be almost gone. Wow. Wow. Curry. A lot of curry. That's the trick. You guys are doing shrimp. Get out that curry and get out the coconut. Wow. Last second there, I was thinking about cracking the IPA and pouring some in the wok and just swishing it around real fast and then pulling it out. But I wanted that satisfying crack when I was sitting here eating. So, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to eat this, all of it. That shrimp, I'm telling you, that shrimp is on point. On point. Cooking with the tails on point. Wow. All right, guys, supper was awesome. That was so good, so good. So I'm just in the middle of, I got the wok full of water here and I'm just kind of doing up my dishes. and getting that water nice and hot to kind of loosen up some of the caked on food and spices and all that good stuff. That was really good, no joke. Absolutely awesome. Whew, that curry, coconut, and shrimp, those three main flavors just popped. Really good. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I do have a green scrub pad. I want to scrub it out, dip it in the lake, bring it back over, get it really nice and clean, and get this cleaned up a little bit. So this is some of that cleaned off. This colored really awesome, actually. Went to like a nice little pink and all the natural blues and purples that come with titanium. So I love this piece of gear. I'm really happy with that. So you guys over at Famali, thank you guys very much for this, because I do really love it. Really like it. So maybe tomorrow I'll do the fire underneath and I'll put my pot on top and make coffee as how it's intended to be used. I just thought it was really neat to turn it upside down, and it holds a wok perfectly. So definitely love this thing, and it is like feather light. I don't recall the weight off the top of my head, but I know it's like ridiculously light. Hollow titanium tube with welded ends, very nice. And it fits like any size pot. You can put it down over the fire. Awesome piece of gear. So I'm really happy with that, and I'm really happy I decided to bring the wok. This thing, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. Some of the water swished around there, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I got all my dishes cleaned up. Everything else in camp cleaned up. The tent, I don't think the camera can see the tent right now just behind me. That's all zipped up and closed up for the evening. The rain did come in a little bit while I was cleaning up, and well, it's gone now. I got the smoke blowing in my face though. It is starting to chill down, so I've gone ahead and threw my hoodie on. Nice cool breeze coming in. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically kick around here for a little bit. I'm gonna finish up my beer, and I'm gonna take some time off camera to just time for me. Just, you know, kick back and relax. There's a couple little things that I see that are making really good photographs right now, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just kind of shut the video off and go ahead and get a few photos, because I do really enjoy getting photos while I'm out, and it's getting a little too windy right now to film anyway, so those birds are loud. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kick back for a little bit and enjoy the campfire, and I'll bring you guys back a little later on once it starts getting a little darker, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, guys, welcome back. Things have changed a little bit. That's a rainbow and a full sunset. Wow. I wish you guys could see this in person because on camera, it does nothing compared to what I can see right now in person. Outstanding. I was just ready to head back to the tent, and I've said this a million times before. You turn your back and boom, colors happen. And I happened to look over my shoulder and the whole tree line was lit up gold and yellow. The sun was coming down and I knew right away sunset was gonna happen. But I did not expect a full rainbow. Look at that thing. Full rainbow coming up out of the trees. That is awesome. All right, so that was pretty crazy. I did not expect a sunset like that on a day like today. That was completely unexpected. So, like I said, I was just heading back. I put out the campfire. I was just coming over to the tent. I unzipped the door. I put my chair down, and I just kind of like one of those fisherman thing, you know, one last cast, photographer thing, one last look. I turned around, I looked, and the whole tree line was lit up gold. And I knew as soon as I saw that gold line, look this way, because the gold was that way. I looked this way, and I could see the pink already starting. So I grabbed the camera, off I went. I got some great photos, got some great video. More important, I got to sit back and watch that unfold. Sunset, purple, pink, rainbow. I don't know where the rainbow came from, but that was pretty awesome. So as you can hear, the nightlife is coming to life right now. Everything's getting quite loud, and I'm pretty tired, to be completely honest. I sat back probably for about 2.5 hours in front of the campfire. And then I realized that I had my fishing gear in my truck, so I went and got my fishing gear, and I fished all along the side of the lake, and I caught a bunch of yellow perch. I didn't film any of it because I just wanted to go fishing by myself and just kind of cast it out there and do my thing. So I did catch a bunch of yellow perch. I let them all go. I don't need them. But yeah, that sunset. Wow, that was awesome. So what I'm going to do now, I do have a couple movies on my phone. I'm probably going to watch one movie, and I'm going to light the wood stove because it is getting quite cold out now. And I'm probably going to make a hot drink. I'm probably going to do maybe one coffee and have a couple snacks, crawl inside the sleeping compartment there, and doze off, I think. I think that's the plan. I want to be up early tomorrow, and maybe I'll be able to get lucky for a sunrise, because the sun does rise looking out on the lake. It comes up, so maybe. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be, and I'm not sure how early I'm going to wake up. So right now, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, and I'm going to stop filming. I'm going to crawl inside, like I said, and enjoy these sounds, because there's a lot of them. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So it is about 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and I've been up for probably 2 hours. Came out here, the lake was just completely covered in fog. When I first came out, I couldn't even see the water's edge. So that was pretty awesome. I've already had breakfast. I came out here and ate some non-cookable food. You know, just kind of crawled out of the tent, ate something real quick, and then started making my coffee. So this is an awesome morning. Really cool. Nice and cool temperatures. Got the birds chirping. I had a squirrel inside of my tent. Not in the inner mesh part where I was sleeping, but out where the wood stove was. So I woke up this morning and he was in there kind of staring at me through the mesh. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, pretty chill morning. Just hanging out, sipping on some coffee now, and listening to the birds and watching that fog kind of clear off the lake slowly. Very cool, very nice out here. So I didn't bother to bring my coffee filter this time because I had the little Moka pot. And one trick that I do a lot, and many other people do, spruce tips. Grab yourself some spruce tips and jam them in the spout of your kettle, and that'll catch all the coffee grounds. And the reason I'm mentioning that, I know a lot of people know that, but there's a lot of people on the channel that see me do that, and they're scratching their heads as to why I'm doing it or what's the purpose. So that's the whole purpose. It's just a natural way to, you know, filter out your coffee. You just jam the spruce tips in the spout and go ahead and pour, and you get some nice clear coffee, no coffee grounds. And it adds a little bit of a kick, a little bit of an earthy kind of piney kick, depending on how far down in the coffee they are. So that's what's going on with this guy here, and it works really great. You just go ahead, simply pour as you need to. Go ahead and place it back down and let it do its thing. That is some good coffee. Really good coffee, and it's staying nice and warm too next to the fire. Really nice coffee. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and tear down my stove and get some of my my camp gear situated outside of the tent, and basically get ready to take the tent down because the rain is starting to come in with a really fine mist. And we didn't get any rain last night. It was windy, but there was no rain. So if I can keep the tent dry, for simplicity of packing it away and getting home and then not having to hang it and dry it out for multiple days, I could just go ahead and hang it, quick air dry, and then pack it away nice and easily, because I never pack my gear away when it's wet, ever. All right, guys, I got everything in camp cleaned up except for what's in front of me right now. The rain did come in a little bit, but then it stopped. It was kind of a, I'd say kind of a heavy mist. It did start coming in quite heavy, and then it kind of tapered off. And I'm really glad I got that packed away, because I could feel it on the back of my hand blowing in off the water right now. So it looks like it is going to rain today. And that's okay now, because like I said, the tent's packed away, so I'm not worried about getting wet. Still a little misty out there on the lake. Birds still chirping away. Super quiet out here. Really, really nice. I love coming to this spot. Very, very quiet. Very quiet. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, and I still got a little bit of coffee left in my pot. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my coffee, and then I'm going to start packing the rest of my gear, and I'm going to head out. I'm going to head home. I'm going to get this video uploaded on my computer and get it out to you guys, and many more adventures to come. I'm kind of sad that hot tent season's over for now until it starts getting cooler again. But I think we're on the rise for temperatures going up, which is fine, because I need to get back out in my hammock. I got a couple of really neat ideas that I want to do and places I want to hang, and all the other tents I got, of course. So it'd be nice to get out and do a little bit of light hiking and traveling and finding areas that I can't get to in the wintertime. So it'll be a lot of fun. But I think that's the plan, is I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee, like I was just saying, and I'm going to pack up and I'm going to head out of here. So I had a really great time, and I'm really happy you guys joined me. And well, I'm going to say goodbye. So peace out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.